Can you recite the entire LGBT acronym, like the current one?
LGBTQIA+.
Okay, I have to correct you.
Okay.
Because it is a different than that.
Oh my God! Well, it's always growing.
No, I know, it's too much.
I'm sorry. It's like
much.
always growing.
Whether you're gay, straight, bi, or ace, sexuality isn't so easily defined. It's a spectrum that covers a wide variety of people who experience sexual desire in different ways. Some of us don't fit so neatly into one box when it comes to attraction, and that's totally okay. Others might avoid having sex entirely. You do you, boo. Today, we'll explore some lesser-known colors on the sexual rainbow, and who knows, maybe one or two might describe you perfectly. This is Your Body On 10 Types of Sexuality You May Not Know About. Number 10. Demisexual. No, this doesn't mean you're only attracted to Demi Moore. Being demisexual is when you only feel sexually attracted to someone after you've built an emotional connection with them. It's related to asexuality, which covers a broad spectrum of people who might not be into sex or romance in varying degrees. Demisexuals don't feel immediately attracted to people based on their looks, smell, or other features. So that cologne of yours isn't gonna help. Number 9. Graysexual. I know what you're thinking. This doesn't mean you're attracted to people with gray hair, but Taika Waititi, right?
Knowing me intimately is still not enough.
Being graysexual means you're somewhere in the gray area of sexuality. You might not fully identify as asexual, but you could feel less sexual attraction than most people. For instance, you might be sex neutral, where the idea of sex doesn't repulse you per se, but you don't actively seek it out. Or you could be sex positive, where you don't feel any sexual attraction, but you still like to have sex for pleasure. Number 8. Saposexual. Now, if big brains get your motor running, you might be sapiosexual. Sapiosexual people are only sexually attracted to intelligence. Both LGBTQ+ and heterosexual people can be sapiosexual.
You got into Harvard Law?
What, like it's hard?
Sapiosexual folks may still find physical qualities attractive, but to them, your good looks might not be as alluring as your master's degree or your book collection.
I'm sorry you were not sufficiently impressed with my education.
I'm sorry, I don't have a rowboat.
Number 7. Autosexual. Okay, let's be clear from the jump. For all you car lovers out there, this is not at all related to your erotic fantasies with your new whip.
I gotta love my car.
To be autosexual means you get your rocks off by, well, yourself. You might only get turned on by pictures, thoughts, and fantasies involving you. An autosexual person can still have partners, but they might prefer to find arousal from their own body. This is not to be confused with narcissistic personality disorder, which combines a need for admiration with a lack of empathy. Just ask my boss.
We have sort of a problem here.
Number 6. Lithosexual. Now, here's an interesting one. If you're lithosexual, you might feel a romantic attraction to others, but you're not looking for it in return. This could be because you're uncomfortable in a sexual relationship.
You want sex?
Ugh.
Or the idea of being wanted kills your mojo.
I love you! I love you! I love you!
Actually, I'm not interested anymore.
Lithosexual people may lose their sexual attraction to someone as soon as they discover the other person is sexually attracted to them. It might seem a little one-sided, but there are ways to make lithosexual relationships work. Number 5. Pansexual. To be pansexual means you can be sexually or romantically attracted to anyone, regardless of their gender identity or sexual orientation. Some describe it as being gender blind. And it's more than just being bisexual. It includes an attraction to every part of the gender spectrum, including non-binary people. And in case you're wondering, this has nothing to do with cookware. The prefix pan comes from the Greek word, meaning all or every. So toss all those flavors in the pan and let's have a stir fry. Number 4. Androsexual and Gynosexual. To be androsexual means you're attracted to masculinity, no matter what gender or sexual orientation your crush may have.
You're the most masculine person I've ever been on a date with.
And gynosexuality is the same, but in reverse.
I love that.
You're attracted only to femininity. Now, this doesn't mean you can't be attracted to someone who's non-binary, someone who doesn't strictly identify as male or female. And you can be gay or straight and be androsexual or gynosexual. It's more the idea of maleness or femaleness that turns you on.
What's up? I got you. Yeah.
We're gonna need some help here.
Okay, I'm gonna need some help here, bro.
Number 3. Ceterosexual. To be ceterosexual means you're primarily attracted to transgender or non-binary individuals. However, it's essential to understand that cisgender individuals, a person whose gender identity aligns with the sex they were assigned at birth, should not misuse this term to fetishize or objectify trans people. It's inappropriate and harmful. Cetero comes from the Latin word ceteris, meaning other. But it's not necessarily limited to other forms of sexual attraction. For instance, bisexual people might also be attracted to non-binary people, so they might identify as ceterosexual as well. Number 2. Abrosexual. To be abrosexual is a bit like being a sexual chameleon. One day you might identify as a lesbian, another day you might be feeling more pansexual. And by the end of the week, you could shift to feeling little to no sexual attraction at all. In other words, you're fluid. You might fluctuate from one form of sexuality to another, and the timing of these fluctuations can vary. This fluidity can apply to romantic feelings as well, under the term abroromantic, where you might be interested in a romantic night out one week and not so much the next. This brings us to our last item on the list. Number 1. Aromantic. Aromantic people can vary quite a bit. Some have loving feelings but no desire to be romantic. Others might be cool with sex but not so much the lovey-dovey stuff.
I love you.
Oh, that's nice. Good night then.
If you've ever felt a strong emotional bond with someone but have no desire for a candlelit dinner, you might fall on the aromantic or aeroflux spectrum.
Do you hug?
Not typically, but...
But this isn't a deal breaker when it comes to dating someone aromantic. Many aromantic people are in committed relationships and are into sex and physical affection. This is not to be confused with asexuality, which focuses more on an aversion to sexual intimacy. To learn more about what it's like to be ace, we'll chat with the affable asexuality expert, Mr. Domestic, to explore its wide-ranging spectrum.
And if you feel like you're asexual, no one has a right to your body.
On another episode of Your Body On.